Okay, so what I'm going to show you in this video is how to create some pages. And what we're going to create is the auto-generated ones that Shopify give us, so the privacy policy, returns policy, and the terms of service. So first and foremost, to get to your pages, you just want to click on online store. And if you head down to pages, you'll see add page. We've got nothing at the moment in time. So if I just click on add page, and I'm just going to call this one privacy policy. And then I'm just going to click save. So there we go, we've got our privacy policy. Now to get the information from that, we just want to head into settings. And if we head into legal, and if you haven't got anything here, you can just click create from template, create from template, create from template. I've already done it. So the privacy policy, I'm then just going to copy all of that. Then head back into my page. I'm just going to open this up in another tab to make things easier. Click on our policy page and hit the paste button. And as you can see, there we go. Now what we want to do is we do want to delete some things out of here because it's not needed. So again, that's not needed. That's not needed. Anything in brackets, again, you don't really need to have on there. It's not needed. Not needed. And again, just go down and just, just take out the ones that you don't need. And we can just click save on that. And then we can just do that. If you want to duplicate a page, you can just hit duplicate and change this one to terms of service. And if we just hit duplicate and click all, delete that. And then if we then copy all of that. And there we go, we've got our terms of service page. And again, that is all well and good. Done that, you can scroll down that, and then we just want to click save on that. So now if we look on our pages, we've got 2 pages. So we've got those pages, and that's basically how you create a page. Now to create a collection, how to do that, we just want to hit products, and if we head to collections, we've only got 1 product there at the moment in time, but to create a collection, we just want to hit collection. And let's say, for example, this is our cooking collection. And then we just want to do, you don't really want to do automated, you can do automated, but I'd rather just do it manually. And then once you select that, you just click save collection. And then we can add our products. So we can sort by best selling or products A to Z, lowest to highest, and all those sorts of things. So we've only got 1 product, so we can just put that one in there. And there it's populated. And that's already been auto saved. So we can view the collection if we click view collection. So we've got Gadget Noble, cooking collection, and obviously we'd have more products in here, but these are all our cooking collection. So this is all our cooking items that we would be selling. Okay, so there's our collection. You can create multiple collections, such as your beauty, gadgets, whatever it may be. You just create the collection, and of course with pages as well, you just create your pages and do it that way. Okay, and so to show you how to do your contact page, because there will be a definitive page. So let's call it contact us, and if you scroll down, you can see this button here says contact. We select contact, save, and if we view the page, there we've got a contact us page where people can send us stuff. So I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is how to import products manually. There's two ways to do things. You can add products manually, or you can obviously use another app like Oberlo or Shopify, which I'm going to show you in another video. But just to quickly show you how to add products manually, okay, what we want to do is we want to click on products. And as you can see, this store has no products whatsoever. So we just want to click add a product. And the product that I'm going to be uploading is a watermelon slicer. And I'm just going to put in a brief description. This is a... Now obviously I will give you a product description template, and obviously there's videos on descriptions and stuff like that that convert, so you can refer back to those, but I just want to show you really quickly how this all works. Okay, so and of course we'd find our images. Now this is out of sight so that you can't see the actual thing, but it will just pop up and it will just be, you just find your pictures wherever you've got your pictures. Okay, and I'm just gonna add these here. So as you can see, these products are now all loaded. So we'd set our price. Let's say we're charging $19.99 for it. Let's say $14.99 for it. Compare price is what price it should have been. So this is your price is going to be your sale price, and this is going to be the price that it was. So it looks like it's on sale. Okay. No need to worry about this right now. This is a physical product, and obviously on your weights, when I showed you how to do all of your shipping rates, you just use your shipping rates. So if you're doing free shipping, then it would be 0, and if you wanted to add an extra $2.99 or $4.99, whatever it was, then you just put $2, and you can always pull up your shipping settings to find out what it is to charge. But we can test all this, and we will do a little bit later. Okay, leave this as manual. This is where you would add variants. Okay, if you wanted to add different colors, so let's say for example there was let's say use different sizes actually. So there was a small, medium and large one. So that's what we do there, and we could always change these prices. So we could say that a medium was $19.99 and this one was $24.99. Let's say for example. And up here you can see that we've got a product type, vendor, and we'll come on to those a little later. Collections again, we'll talk about that a little later, and tags as well. We'll talk about that a little bit later in terms of creating the homepage design and stuff like that. But if we just wanted to save this now, so that's now all saved. That is our first product. But what we want, if we wanted to change those prices of the compare price, remember we want to hit select all of them and then edit variants. Wait for it to save. Now edit variants, and we can see the compare prices all the same, but we wanted to change that because that wouldn't make any sense. Let's say this was $40 and this was $50. So click save. Go back to watermelon slicer. And this could just be watermelon, so save 50% today. Save it. And this would be our first product. So if we wanted to actually view this on our site, we could just click view. You can see now we've got our first product. Okay, obviously the description and stuff like that isn't all set up and stuff, but we're gonna edit this a little bit later. But as you can see, small one, medium one goes up in price, large, and as you can see, that was the normal price, and then the compare price is the $30, which we put in there, remember. So that is how you add a product manually, and I'll talk about how you can do import products a lot more quickly and easily using something called Oberlo. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and on to the next video. Okay, so what I'm going to show you now is how to use Oberlo to import products really quickly and fast, making things a lot more efficient. And Oberlo is basically a product fulfillment app, which I've mentioned. You know, it helps you order. So when you get an order, you can fulfill products through this app. And I'll show you a little bit later in the course on how to manage orders and stuff like that. But basically, you can use it just to import products from AliExpress really quickly. So when you click on Oberlo, you'll land on a page like this. Now it shows you a few products here, but you know, I never really use or search for any products on this page here. Now if you click on the dashboard, what it will show you here is it's got a few videos on here as well, so always just watch these in your own time. You know, how to import products, how to use this, that, and all sorts of things. So you know, it's fantastic. Just go through those in your own time. But I just wanted to show you really quickly how to add a product. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. So if you head down to search products, okay, you hit search products. And like I mentioned, we'll hit back onto this page, but we don't want to search for products here. Now, what you can do is you can search for products and you can import products by URL or ID. So what we do is I always head over to AliExpress and do our search and looking for products this way. So let's say, for example, we want to add another cooking product to our collection, our cooking collection. And if we just click on this is a nice product here. We want to copy the URL, head back into Oberlo, and then click import product by URL. And then if we just paste that in there and hit import, you can see in the bottom left it says product is being imported. So if we click off this now and then head to our import list, you'll be able to see that the product is there waiting for us to push it to our Shopify store. So what you can do is import tons of different products that you want, and they'll sit in your import list until you make the edits and push it live to your Shopify store. So we're just going to push this one live to our Shopify store. Remember, you've got to make the edits. Now, remember, you can do this one or two ways. You can just push it to your website and make the edits in your website, or you can just make the edits and do them here. I prefer just to make the kind of edits here, just to make things a little bit easier. So if you do forget anything, you can just do it in your Shopify store. So let's delete this. And I've mentioned, you know, do not use Shopify, do not use the AliExpress descriptions. They are absolutely terrible and you won't get conversions. So let's call this an amazing veg slicer. Now, because it's tied to our Shopify store, it will pull in our collections. So when you have got more collections like baby stuff, beauty, or whatever niche that you're going in, they'll be in there and you can just tag them in. So I'm just going to tag cooking collection. We haven't set any types yet and we haven't got any tags, but you could just put cooking in there. Next, what we need to do is we need to change the description. Now remember, of course, descriptions are absolutely awful from AliExpress. If you use them, you will not make any sales. But a quick way to basically get a very good, keep the same style of description as your previous products, what you can do is head back into Shopify and head to your previous product. So I'm just going to go to the watermelon one that we've done. Click to the product. And if we then, what we do is you can copy and paste this, but if we take the HTML, so if we click on this button here and copy all of that, head back into Oberlo and click this button here, view HTML, and click paste. There you can see that we've kept all of our are all of our description. So that's all nice and well. We can edit it, of course, but it just gives you a little bit more guidance as to, you know, aggravating the point, talking about the benefits and saving all the things here and there. But obviously you're still going to have to make the tweaks. Next, we want to do the variants. Now, you know, if you weren't selling one of these products, you know, we only wanted to sell one of them, we could just untick these or untick that. This one, we want to sell all of the colors, which is fine. And then the costs, that's what it costs us on AliExpress. Our price, here is the price. Now, Oblo has already factored in a $22 profit margin for us, so they suggested a price. You can always change this. Let's say, for example, we want to change this to $50. That's what we want to sell it for. $59.95. Okay, let's click apply. And then, of course, it's factored in our profit here. And this is our compare price. So we want to change this. If we're offering 50% off, then obviously the product, the sale price, sorry, from 50 has to be 100. So if we click change all, set new, 100, click apply, and there we go. We've got our profit margins there all in. So next, what we need to do is we need to hit images. Now, these are all the images that are being selected. You can unselect ones and select ones. Now, I generally like to have a product, you know, the pictures on the product page. So when people land on the product page, to be something that the product is in action. So we saw with the dog, you know, description that I talked about in the previous lesson, how it was actually in action. You know, the product there is in action. So, you know, these sorts of ones, so we can see what the actual use is. So I like to have these ones. Always good to keep these ones as well, even though they do look clean, but you know, these ones look great as well. So now we're in a stage where we can actually start to push it to our website, but I always like to double check. You can see I made just double check our title. You can see that's cool. We've got the correct collection, description, all looking well. That's all good. Our variants, yep, we're taking all of our variants. That's fine. All well and good. And if we hit our images, double check. Yeah, remember you can make the changes when we push it to Shopify, but once you're all ready to rock and roll, we just want to hit import to store. Now, import list will be empty. Now, if we head down to my products, what you'll then see is the products that we just literally imported to our store. And if we head over to our store now and go on to our products, you'll then be able to see the products that we just imported. So if we click on this, we can see that it's copied all of our product description as well. So we need to make those tweaks, but you can basically see how to do that. So you just be editing that to make sure that it fits with the products that you're selling. If we have a look at it on our store as well, you can see there's the products, there's some of the photos. It's all well and good. And you can see here it says ships from China, so we need to change that. We don't want our customers knowing that we're shipping from China. Okay, so I'll show you how to change that now. So these little tweaks, what I like to do is obviously instead of having this product here, the first picture will always be whatever that variant is essentially. So if we just change this to, let's say, the product in action, let's do that one there. Oh, let's click the orange one, click save. That's all well and good, and we can arrange these photos as well. So let's say we want this one, the product right in action. We want that one there, and then just say we want, you know, that there and that there. So you can arrange these how you want. I always like to have the product in action at the start, okay, just so that people know exactly what it is. And again, that is helpful for when people are scrolling down on your store as well and looking at other products. If they can see it generally just in action, they know exactly what it does. So now that we've done that, What we want to do as well is we need to edit the options, and there you can see ships from China. So literally we just want to put that in the trash can. So there we go, hit save. Now this is tracking all the inventory from AliExpress. So this is what the suppliers literally got available for this product. And what we can do now is, if we have a look at the product and we hit refresh, you can see now we've got the product all up in action, and we've got our price all well and good. We've got the it no longer says ship from China as well, and there's our product description that we need to make tweaks to. So that is how you use Oblo, okay, just to quickly import products. I will show you a little bit later on how to, when you do get orders, but when you get orders, you literally just head down to orders, and then we'll fulfill them. But we'll do some management of orders and what to do when you do get an order later on in the course. So I hope that has been a valuable lesson, and I'll see you in the next one. Your products, how to price for profits, essentially, because we all want profit. So pricing for profits, let's crack on with it. Now, pricing to make profits. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. Now, Amazon and eBay are not your competition. Okay, these stores are reactive, not proactive. We are targeting impulse buyers. Okay, people, when they want something, they will go to Amazon, they will go to eBay. If they need it, then they will purchase the product. What we are doing is we are being proactive, and we are searching for buyers. Okay, we are searching for those impulse buyers on Facebook. Now, customers can get your product cheaper elsewhere, but we are putting the right product in front of the right person at the right time with the right offer, and people are lazy. You know, something from AliExpress, you know, when we put the product on our store, we are marking it up, you know, whatever it may be. And there may be products, the exact same product on eBay or on Amazon for a much cheaper price. That is fine. They are not our competition, okay? People are lazy, and when they see something there and then that they like, which is cool, quirky, or solves the problem, that's when the impulse kicks in, and that's when they purchase. Now, products with low gross profit margin, for example, $10, are harder to scale with Facebook ads once your CPP, so your cost per purchase, is factored in. So once you actually start scaling a product, if you've only got $10, gross profit margin, when you start to then run your adverts, you have to factor in your cost for, to acquire a customer. And when you scale up, that increases, and generally that margin is pretty much whittled down close to nothing. So going on to this point, I avoid testing low margin $10 profit products. Okay, I always avoid them. Do not be afraid to test different pricing structures, and I'm going to go over a few different pricing structures here in a couple slides later, but you'll be able to see how to test products and what sort of pricing structures, and give you some ideas, but don't be afraid to test them. Okay, higher ticket items give you more room to scale, as you can spend more to acquire the customer due to a larger profit margin. And again, don't be afraid to test them. There will be some products out there that you might find that are cool, quirky, but they are, above the $50 mark. They might be $80, $70. Don't be afraid to test them, because at the end of the day, your profit margin is a lot larger, which means you can spend more on Facebook to acquire the customer and still remain profitable. And finally, be clever with your sale price and shipping costs. I'm going to show you a few different strategies. So here's a pricing example. Let's say we've got our cost of goods at $8 and our shipping is $2. That means the total cost for us to actually, ship that product, buy it and ship that product is $10. Okay. Take your cost of goods, multiply it by 3 or 4 to get your final selling price. This is just a basic method. So say, for example, it costs us $10 to buy. We want to sell the product then for $30, which gives us a gross profit margin of $20, meaning we can spend up to $20 before our break-even point. Okay, does that make sense? Now, check other Shopify stores to see what their price and what they're selling at. That's what you can always do as well. Generally gives you a good idea, because of course they're not pricing it to, make no money. They're pricing it to make money as well. Now, charge higher if you feel that the product itself has a higher perceived value. For example, fine jewelry, cool, quirky jewelry that can't be bought anywhere else. Your total goods equals, you might be doing something like times it by 5. So say, for example, if a ring costs you only $5, times it by 6, you can get charged $30 for the product, which means you've got a gross profit margin then of $25 to spend up to. Now, check Amazon as a rule of thumb, but remember, you can always charge higher than Amazon. So if you see a product on Amazon and they're charging, $40, then you can charge at least $40 for that product, okay? Here's a little value bomb. Prices that end in 99, 97, and 95 look better than 00. So for example, of course, if you go into a store, you'll generally find stuff at $49.99 or $49.97 or $49.95. They generally look better than something that is $50, okay? Now, you can get really clever with your pricing plus your shipping structure, and things will always convert a little bit different. So be clever with your shipping rates and your selling price. Now, some people will like free shipping, while others, will like a lower front end number and expect shipping to be added. Now, personally for myself, anything under $30, I generally like to charge shipping. So if the product is under $30, I generally like to charge a shipping rate. And I test all sorts of different shipping rates, but generally they're under $5. So $3.99, $2.99 or $4.99 generally work fine. As you test, you will find what works best for your niche and for the different kinds of products. And remember, it's all about testing, because at the end of the day, what will happen is you may have a product, audience and everything correctly, but the price just isn't working for yourself. What you want to do then, of course, is just see if you can tweak the price a little bit with your shipping and start getting a higher conversion rate. Try to make your total price close to the whole number as possible, okay? Now, here are some examples. So, you can have a product price, $19.99, and your shipping price at $4.99. So you're selling the product for $24.98. That's what you're going to get, as a total when people actually purchase the product. Or you can have another example here is $25.97, or a shipping price at $3.99, and the total price, the total money that you would get then is $29.96. Or obviously another example would just be to charge the whole product at $29.96 and charge no shipping fee. Remember, it's all about testing and that price and shipping structure. So next, what we're going to talk about is writing converting product descriptions. This is going to be an absolute value bomb. So I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. This is a massive topic that 99% of people who come into e-commerce or start a Shopify store get wrong. So by the end of this video, you're going to have so much value, and you're going to have a new way of thinking when it comes to writing your product descriptions that actually convert. So let's talk about those. Writing for conversions. Now, you want to be selling a good night's sleep and not the mattress. So the importance of copywriting. Let's talk about copywriting and why it is important. Now, good product descriptions will help increase your conversion rate. If you've got a product and you're trying to sell a product, they land through onto your product page from the advert, and your product description just does not sell the product, does not sell the click, sells the add to cart, then you are not going to get conversions. Don't expect to have a fantastic conversion rate if you don't put effort into your product descriptions. It's as simple as that. Now, do not copy and paste descriptions from AliExpress. I know it's easy, it's the short thing to do, it's the quick way to get products up and loaded. But like I've mentioned, if you just do that, don't complain why you're not getting conversions. Put the time in and effort to actually write very good product descriptions and watch the difference. Now, customer does not care about the features of a product, okay? They don't care about how much it weighs. They don't really care about the dimensions. You know, if something's 4 inches and not 3 inches, they do not care, okay? They don't really care about the nitty gritty little specifications, and features. What they care about is the benefits. So you always want to sell the benefits and not the features, okay? Sell the benefits of owning the product. What value do they get out of the product? You know, that's what you need to be selling to them, and not the features such as how much it weighs, if it's made out of stainless steel, if it does this, if it's made out of, ASB plastic or whatever it may be, okay? You need to be talking about the benefits of the product. People buy with emotion and not logic. People are not logical when it comes to, buying things. So you have to talk to their emotions. And that's when you actually start getting product descriptions that convert, is when you start to talk about those emotions. Now, people only care about what the product will do for them. How will it solve their problem? How will it make them feel? Again, tying it back to emotion. Well, that's what you have to do. You have to talk about what the product will actually do for them. How will they feel using the product? How will it solve their problem? How will it make their life easier? That's what you need to be thinking about. I remember, of course, sell a good night's sleep and not the mattress. So no one cares about if a mattress has X amount of springs. They don't care about that. They literally want to purchase it to know that when they hit the bed, they're going to feel super comfortable and they're just going to nod off to sleep. That is what you need to be thinking about. So let me show you a bad product description example, okay? This product right here is a waterproof dog carrier. So people put the product in their car when they're carrying their dog to and from wherever it may be. And it basically covers their seat and keeps the dog, hair free. It keeps your seats hair free essentially. So this is one that I've literally just copy and pasted from AliExpress. Waterproof nylon dog pet carrier storage bag, 2-for-1 carrier. It's awful, okay? It's absolutely awful. Then it goes into the specifications, what size is it, what colors it comes in, and then there's some features there. Waterproof fabric, easy to wash, all bullet pointed, 2 sides, 2-in-1 usage, excellent seat protection, all these sorts of things, but it doesn't flow well. It's not easy for the customer to read. Now, yes, there are bullet points and it is clear, but it just doesn't really flow well. And this is, like I said, this has just been copied and pasted directly from AliExpress. So you don't want to do that. And it says at the bottom there, muddy paws on your automotive seats. No one calls it an automotive, okay? They call it a car or vehicle. So don't go just copying product descriptions directly from AliExpress. It's the surefire way not to get add to carts and conversions. Now, of course, I've showed you a bad way. Let's actually look at a great way and a great product description on how you would actually sell this product, okay? So let's look at this. Dulux travel buddy car cover, and I'll put a registered mark next to it. You see the way that just hits you in the face? That's what we call the product. So it looks like it's more of a branded product. Take your dog on travels and enjoy a dirt-free, clean car afterwards. The #1 best-selling dog product 2018. Now here's the first line. Are you tired of having to clean your car after every trip? Or does your dog run everywhere when it's car time? Well, we have the thing just for you. This Dulux Travel Buddy car cover. Now you can take your dog anywhere without the stress or hassle. It's easy to install and has a universal fit. The non-slip durable material means your dog will be secure and safe while you head to your destination. Plus, it's 100% waterproof, so you don't have to worry about any spillage. Your seat will forever stay looking brand new, free from muddy paws, while your dog can enjoy the ride. PS, save 50% today only. Why make your next trip stressful when you don't have to? Get yours by clicking add to cart above. Due to high demand, your product may take, whatever time you want to say. Then you can put your specs and features, whatever it may be. And then you can go into adding into a guarantee if you've got one or if you want to add one. Now, can you see the difference in, the total difference? Ask yourself, which one would you purchase if you was a dog owner and you landed on that product page? Chances are it'll be number 2. I definitely would purchase number 2, but let me just break this down for you guys. And I am going to give you a template. So I'll give you a copy of this here and, the template to what you should kind of go off when you're creating new ones as well. But first and foremost, we've done a branded item. We've made it kind of branded and we've put a strong, bold title and capitalized the attention straight away with that first line and turned it into a different color. Next, what we're doing is we're exposing the problem by asking the raw questions on why they actually need this. So this is super important to provoke the problem that the customer has. Call it out, call it directly out. That's the best way to get them to carry on to reading. Tell them that you have the solution right here. Okay, you've called out the problem, say not to worry about it. We have the solution right here. Here it is. First, then explain the benefits of the product. That's what you want to be doing, talking about the benefits, not the features, but the actual benefits. Give them more benefits of owning the product. And as you can see here, I've talked about the non-slip durable material, which is a feature. But the benefit of that is that your dog will be safe and secure while you head to your destination. And of course, the feature there is 100% waterproof. But then the benefit is that you don't have to worry about any spillage. Can you see what I'm doing there? Then of course you want to introduce scarcity. So it helps them buy. PS, it's only 50% off today only. Then just justify the question. Justify them actually buying it. Okay, so they've got a problem. Why do they need to make their trip, more stressful when they don't have to? We have the solution right here. This is the product that they need to, get rid of their problem, essentially. Then you want a bold call to action, okay? As simple as it may seem, people may scroll down. You want to act as if people don't know how to use your website. They don't know how to use the internet. So get yours by clicking the add to cart button above. And then of course you need to put in your shipping times as well. Anything from sort of 1 to 4 weeks or 10 to 30 business days. You can put in whatever you want. Then you want to be talking about the specs and features. Okay, that's where you can add them in there. The size, weight, the colors that it comes in and all those sorts of things. And then, okay, you can have a guarantee as well to help ease through the sale, money back guarantee, customer support and all these sorts of things, just to eliminate any friction. So I like to use this as a little bit of value bomb. So I like to use symbols for authority, so such as registered and trademarked. The product doesn't have to be registered or trademarked, but you can. I see a lot of stores out there that do this just to make the product seem a little bit more authentic and branded in a way, rather than just being any old product from AliExpress. Now here's a little value bomb as well, utilizing Amazon. This is something that I like to do. You can use Amazon to find similar products to see what questions customers are asking. Then what you want to do is answer them in your product description. So I'm going to show you this in a moment. Check the reviews as well to see what else you can include in your description. So here you can see some questions. Okay, people are asking questions. So can this be used in the front seat or the back seat of the car? What you can then do is use that and say, put in your description, can be used in the front of the car, can be used in the back of the car. Because chances are, if people are asking these same questions about the product on Amazon, then they're generally going to have those same questions, when they land on your product page as well. Now here, is this waterproof material? Yes, it is waterproof material. You want to answer that and put that inside of your product description as well. Now I want to talk about looking at the reviews and see what else you can put in there. This person put down here, my last pup loved car rides but was all over the place. My last pup loved car rides but was all over the place, leaving hair everywhere and taking forever to clean. You can then eliminate that straight away, in your product description and say, this thing eliminates you having to clean your car and your dog running wild. So that is a value bomb that I love to do. It's a fantastic little tip. So make sure you're utilizing Amazon as well for the same product. So you do search for the exact same product, read the reviews and read the questions as well. So think of the feature and then turn it into a benefit. Okay, that's what you always need to be doing, is talking about the benefits. And of course, the last value bomb is always think to sell the good night's sleep and not the mattress. Okay, so let me now show you a product description that I wrote for the watermelon slicer that I've got on the website now, just to show you it in action and another example. So you can see here what I've wrote here for this watermelon slicer. Make slicing watermelon easy, fast and simple with this watermelon slicer. Do you love watermelon but end up making a mess every time you slice it? Looking for an easy, simple way to get your fix? Well, this watermelon slicer is exactly what you need in your kitchen. With this simple tool, you can get the perfect slice of watermelon in seconds without creating a mess. Made from stainless steel, you simply carve out a slice, then squeeze the handle, pick up, ready to serve. This saves you the hassle of using a knife and making a mess. Plus, it helps you not waste any of the watermelon. Cool, right? You can also use this on other fruits. P.S. Save 50% today only. Why make cutting watermelon hard when you don't have to? Very limited stock available. May take 1 to 4 weeks to arrive, and of course a big call to action. Click yours by getting add to cart above. Specs, no features, and then you can put in a guarantee as there as well if you want to. So you can see exactly how I've done this for this watermelon slicer, and makes things 10 times more convincing for people to add to cart and actually purchase. So I hope that makes some sense. Next, I'm going to talk about essential apps and the essential apps you need to have on your website. So I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so in this video, I'm going to talk about the essential apps and the types of apps that I think you need to have on your store to help you make more money or make your life easier. So money making apps. It's not about how much money you make, but how much you keep. Now, the truth about apps, they either make you money or improve your efficiency. So apps are designed to do one of two things, either make you more money or make your life easier. Now, there are tons of different apps that are out there on the App Store, and you'll see loads of them, but naturally, no matter what they kind of do, they will fit into these two categories of either helping you make more money or making your life a little bit easier in terms of the processes that you do day in, day out. Now, you do not need any apps to make your first sale dropshipping. Okay, if you don't have any apps on your store, it doesn't mean that you can't get any sales. You can make sales using, no apps whatsoever, but I do recommend that you have them. And I'm going to talk about that in a little moment of time. So, however, apps do have the power to bring in additional revenue month on month, which can add up significantly. Okay, when you actually look into your apps in the data and the systems and stuff like that, you will see just how much, you'll be surprised how much these apps are generating for you, over a month's time, over a week's time, even over a year's time. It generates so much money if used correctly, of course, that you'll be quite surprised. So, they are very handy to have. If you are running traffic to your store, you want to be able to capitalize on that as much as possible. Remember, you are paying for this traffic. If you're paying for this traffic, you want to make sure that your apps are squeezing as much money as possible out of your customers, or alternatively, they're doing everything in their power to help them convert into a sale. So that's one of the reasons why you want to have apps on your store. I recommend having apps on your store, right from the start. Now, like I've mentioned, you don't need to have them, but I recommend 100% that you have apps on your store right from the off so you can start capitalizing. Now, do not have loads of apps on your store, okay? Keep things simple. Too many apps can slow down the speed of your site. Because the apps themselves work off, JavaScript and things like that. So they have to code themselves into the back of the website. When you have too many, it can slow down your website. And I see quite a few large sites actually out there. You land on their page and there's all sorts of things popping up, WYSIWYGs here and there, flashes, banners and all sorts of stuff that slow down the website and can become a little bit off-putting for the consumer. So keep things as simple as possible. Now, 99% of all apps will have a free trial for you to test out. So there is no real reason for you not to actually test out these apps, because most of them will give you a 7-day trial, 3-day trial, or even 14-day trial to mess about and make money from them. So let's talk about some of the essential apps that you need to have on your store. Okay. Email marketing. Now this is the critical one. This is basically so you can send tailored emails to your customers, and we're going to break each one of these down in much more detail, but you need to have an email marketing app on your store so you can send tailored emails and build an email list. Currency converter. So you can show your prices in different currencies. You're going to be advertising in different countries and you want to be able to show the prices in the person who is browsing on your store in their local currency. Now, upsells. Upsells is super important as well, and this is another staple app that you need to have. So basically you can upsell more products and increase your AOV, your average order value. And I have got a full section on email marketing at the top, and also I've got a little section as well into going into a bit more depth into upsells and how to use them as well. So we'll talk about that a little later. Fulfillment apps as well. So basically you want to make help fulfill your orders. It's going to be a process on a day by day, but you want to outsource it and kind of, automate it as much as possible, because no one likes sitting there just ordering products. So with these apps, they're going to make things super easy and super simple for you to click a button and just make an order just like that. Abandoned cart app. So you can send abandoned cart emails at the push and push through the sale. Now, I personally use this abandoned cart app. Some people like to use their email marketing apps, but I personally like to use this app, which I'm going to show you because it's absolutely fantastic and works very well for myself. So, email marketing apps. Let's talk about those. The two best apps for this are MailChimp and Klaviyo. Now, I personally use MailChimp. People, depending on who you ask in the community, will argue, MailChimp's better, or they use Klaviyo. Klaviyo's better. It all comes down to how you use it. Klaviyo is a little bit more expensive, I believe, but has a little bit more features than MailChimp. I personally was just natural to using MailChimp previously, so that is what I stuck with, and it's generated me great results. So that's the reason why I use and stick with MailChimp. Now, these apps are usually free, but you are charged by the provider depending on how big your email list is. So the app itself on the App Store will be free, but either Klaviyo or MailChimp, the provider, will charge you. So depending on how big your emailing list, and as you grow and as your emailing list grows, as you get more customers, they'll then charge you more per month to store those emails on their database essentially. Now, email marketing, when done correctly, can add an additional 25 to 30% revenue to your store. Okay, so if you're doing $100,000 per month and have no email system whatsoever, then if you implement a great email marketing system into your business, then you can easily add an extra 30K per month to your store, which adds up significantly over the course of a year. Now, your back end is important, and this is a must-have app on your store to have. You need to have an email marketing app. It's without a doubt, okay? So make sure you get one of those two. And I'm going to be talking about MailChimp in the emailing marketing section and show you how to set it up, best practices and all of that stuff. Remember, the goal is to own your traffic so you can sell to them afterwards. Remember, you are paying for this traffic, you're paying to acquire the customer. All you want to be doing is then keeping those emails so you can upsell on more related products later on in life without having to pay the additional cost of advertising fees. So, currency converter apps. If you are advertising worldwide, then you will need a currency converter app, okay? Now, there are many apps on the store. I personally use Coin by Shopbase, and that's the one I've used in many of my stores. It's really easy to install, really simple. It's got instruction guide and all sorts of stuff, but that is one that I use. Your prices will be auto displayed in the customer's currency location, which is fantastic. So when the currency, depending on where they are, if I was accessing the site from the UK, then it will show pounds. If I was in the US, then it will show dollars. If I was in, say, Germany, it would show euros. And it's all based off IP geolocation, and that's how it all works. It just does it automatically. Now, this can help increase your conversion rate, of course, because when people land on their website, they can see it in their currency. They don't have to start working out all sorts of, currency conversions, or if it's in dollars, how much is that in pounds and all those sorts of things. So it removes that friction and can help increase your conversion rate. But with saying that, when your customer reaches the checkout, it will revert back to your store's base currency. This is normal and unavoidable. You can't do this with any apps, okay? The customer can't check out in pounds. They will, unfortunately, whatever your store-based currency is. So say, for example, it's set in US dollars. The price may be displayed in pounds, but then once they actually get to the checkout and put in their details, it will just revert back to dollars, and they will be charged in dollars, okay? So you want to put a little bit of note at the bottom of the cart just to say, all orders will be processed in US dollars. Now, upsell apps, let's talk about those. Increasing your AOV, your average order value, is essential if you are paying for traffic. And we're going to talk about upsells, how they work and stuff like that. But what you want to be doing is when you increase your AOV, it allows you to spend more to acquire a customer. Okay, the higher your average order value, the more you can spend to acquire a customer. Now, there are many upsell apps that are out there, such as the Bold upsell by Product Upsell by Bold, Smart Upsells by Surge Apps. There's tons of different upsell apps that are out there. Now, I personally use one called Discounted Upsells. It's by Booster Apps, and I'll show you that in the upsells section, how it all works. Now, feel free to test out ones, okay, to see which one suits your theme, because some ones do look better on other themes, depending on how your theme is and what your funnel looks like and what your cart looks like. You may find that some of the other ones may suit your theme and just look a little bit better, but that is the one that I personally like to use. So fulfillment apps, let's talk about those. These apps fall into the making your life easier category, okay? These are just making your life and your processes on a day-to-day basis a lot more easier and automated. Now, the two main ones that are out there, you may have heard of them previously before, is Oberlo, which is a massive company, and Shopify. Now, I have personally only used Oberlo. It's perfectly fine. It does the job, works fantastic. I'll show you in a moment when we start installing some apps and stuff like that on how you actually do that. I have got a section on managing day-to-day orders and stuff like that, but Oberlo is the one that is widely commonly used. These will make fulfilling orders, much easier once you start generating them. Okay, so once you start ordering, so once you start getting, you know, your first order, you may be starting to get 10 a day, 20 a day. This just literally automates the process, and just at a click of a button, you can click a button and it will just start to order the product for you, and that is it. Now, once you scale, you can hire a VA to do this for you. So you will no longer be clicking the button. Essentially, your VA will just be clicking the button. And then once you scale even further, you'll move away from Oberlo and start to then, you know, send your orders via CSV to your supplier. But that's later on. Now, abandoned cart apps. You can do this with your email marketing provider, like I've mentioned, and Shopify as well, but I personally use an app called Abandonment Protector. Now, this app makes things easy, simple, and has great results. Okay, personally for myself, I think this app is fantastic. It gives me the best deliverability, the best open rates, the best click-through rates, and it's super simple to use. And I'm going to show you this in the email marketing system as well. Now, I am able to recover over 25% at some points of all abandoned cart emails. And there's so many reasons why people abandon carts. But if you've got a strong abandoned cart system in place, you can turn those add to carts into sales, because adding to cart basically equals buying intent. It means someone was interested in purchasing the product. So we want to, you know, try and hit them back and, you know, try and get that sale. Abandoned cart emails, you know, save those sales that you thought were potentially lost. And that is what it does. Okay, a lot of people say, I'm getting add to carts, but I'm not making any sales. Okay, if that is the case, then you need to have a strong add to cart system in place so that you can turn those add to carts into sales. Okay, so let's talk about some nice to have apps on your store. These are some that I recommend that you have. They're not essential, but they're very nice to have. So a scarcity app helps you create scarcity and, you know, a countdown timer to increase your conversion rate. Now, one of the reasons, like I mentioned previously, on why people buy is through scarcity, the FOMO, fear of missing out. So, you know, the one I like to use, the app that I like to use is called Hurify. It's a fantastic little app. It's got some great features on there. Works super easy and super simple. And like I say, very much can help you increase your conversions. Now, a review app. Product review apps is where you can upload pictures of the customers using the actual product. The recommendation for that is looks. And remember, like I mentioned before previously, people buy from people, and reviews are very powerful. Think about Amazon. Okay, so when you've got powerful reviews preaching of how good the product actually is, people are more inclined to purchase it. Now, a Facebook Pixel app, so that you can integrate your pixel better with Facebook and get more data sent over. Now, you can integrate Facebook with Shopify just through copy and pasting in your pixel into Facebook, but you want more data sent over, and I'm going to show you how to use an app called Pixel Perfect, which I personally like to use to get more data sent over and get your DPA catalogs all set up and working correctly. So we'll talk about that in the Facebook section, but Pixel Perfect is the one I like to use personally. Now, a dispatch email send app. Now, this is so you can send bulk dispatch emails with tracking numbers. Again, in brackets, this is only when you're at large scale and when you're sending orders to your supplier via CSV or Google Docs or Excel or whatever it may be. So until then, you're not really going to need to use one of these, but I personally use one called Mass Fulfill. And finally, a conversion rate optimizer. So, you know, viewing customers' behavior on your store so you can see exactly why they are not converting. Now, there's an app called Lucky Orange. And basically what that app does is can provide you with recordings of what the customer is actually doing. So you can see when a customer lands on your website, what they do, where they scroll, what they click, you know, and it also gives you a heat map as well. So you can see where people are clicking, where they're not clicking, see if they're clicking the right buttons, why they aren't adding to cart, how long they stay on the page. all these sorts of things. Okay, so again, I think that comes with a 14-day free trial to install, and literally you can just gather data like that. But Lucky Orange is a fantastic little app to have. So now I'm going to show you how to actually install a app on your website. So what you want to do first and foremost is you want to head into the apps, and then what you want to do is visit the App Store. And here you can just search for one. So I'm going to find this Upsell app because we're going to be actually using that and showing you how to use it. So there's the one that I personally use. Here are a few of the others that I mentioned before, okay? And I'm just going to click it. And you just want to add app, okay? It comes with a free plan available, but has a 7-day free trial. So just going to click add app. And what you're then going to have to do is accept some terms and conditions. That's all well and fine. Install the app. Once this is already up and loaded, and there we go. So we're it's currently generating, but and this is just on a monthly basis now. So we'll get a free. So there basically, so it'll be starting then. So $19, so $20. We'll get a free we'll get a free trial period for 7 days. If we don't like it in 7 days or before 7 days, you can set yourself a reminder if you want and just literally, uninstall it before 7 days. You will not be charged. If you still use it, after the 27th of September, then you will be charged that monthly amount. Okay, so you just want to approve the charge. Wait for that to load. And there we go. So what we're going to be able to do now is start creating our first upsell, but we're not going to do it right away. But I just want to show you how then to, create your apps. I mean, how to install apps. So if we now head to apps, refresh this. So it's now just going to show us all our list of apps. It's going to show us that apps that we've got. Okay, so there we go. And when you do have all your apps, they'll all be just listed there. But as you can see, there's our app there. And if we click into it, then it will give us all sorts of weird and wonderful information like this one, which we can go in and all set it up. But we won't do that right now. I'll leave that until we actually get onto that section. And it shows you, of course, how much we've got left on our free trial. So that is how you install apps. So coming up next, we've got configuring your Shopify settings. So I hope you got some value from this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so what I'm going to talk about now is the settings and the essential settings you need to have on your website so it's all set up correctly. Okay, now the first thing, obviously, what you want to do is you want to get to settings. You have to click in the bottom left hand corner and it will bring up this page here, and we'll run through some of these here just to show you what they are and what you need to get done. Okay, so let's click into general to start with, and here you can see the store detail names, an account email and a customer email. What I suggest you do is just setting up for the customer email, just setting up a Gmail account, the name of your store name if it's available. Gadget Noble, I've just put in there at gmail.com, or you could always just put gadgetnoble.help at gmail.com if your one isn't directly available, but something in there that your customers can see this address if you email them. This is one that you just want to put in there. Okay, now if you scroll down, store address. Now, of course, I've just put in any sort of details in here. Again, you can put in your real stuff, your real your real address if you want to. If you don't and you're a little bit skeptical, then you can put in what you want. It's not published on Shopify anyway, so customers will not see it. However, I know that there's people that are skeptical out there and, you know, all those sorts of things. So feel free to put in, you know, whatever you want in this section if you want to. Now, scrolling down here, time zone, again, no need to touch time zone, no need to touch your anything like that, no need to touch anything here as well. Now, mine was originally defaulted on UK pounds. To change it, all you want to do is just click on the button and change it to US dollars. Again, if you're just setting up a store that is just going to sell, or you just want to market to your home local store, then have it in your local currency, okay? But obviously, of course, if you want to scale and you know, target the US, which has got the biggest amount of potential, then what you want to do, of course, is make sure that your store currency is in US dollars, because it's generally the main currency that is out there. So to change that's really easy. You just click on that and change it to US dollars. Okay, so that is it for this section. You just save it and then hit back to settings. If you scroll down now onto payment providers, these are your merchants, and depending on where you are in the world, different things will be available, unfortunately. So I'm not sure what you will have on your screen right here, but obviously I'm in the UK, USA. Most countries do have Shopify payments to allow you to take payments through onto your store. Okay, so what you want to do is, once you're in Shopify payments, you just click complete account setup, and if we click this, it will then take me a page as to where I need to put in all my details. So you just go through this as an individual. Down here, if you haven't got a company reg house number, no problem. VAT number option, no problem, etc. All these sorts of things. Personal details, you'd put in your personal details, of course. Again, your product details here, you can put in 0 to 10 or 10 to 1,000. Average shipping time, you can just put 0 to 6 days. No need to change that, that's pretty fine. And then obviously you're going to need your banking information to get paid, essentially. So you put your sort code and account number in there. Once you're done, click save. Now, of course, this is all showing that I haven't put any information in there, but you would have, and you would have just clicked save. So back to payments. And if now what we're going to do is we're going to scroll down and have a look at PayPal. So if you've already got a PayPal account, what you can just do is click edit, deactivate, and then reactivate it back with your PayPal address that you've already got set up. You may have already set one up years ago, then feel free. If you haven't, then what it's doing is it's pulling the email address from that we signed up with. So if you don't want to set up a PayPal account or a new PayPal account, then what you're going to have to do is either connect an older PayPal account that you've got, or alternatively, what it will do is, as it says, after your first sale, PayPal will email you with instructions to set up a merchant account to claim your funds. So either hook it up to an old one or just create a new one, doing it this way. Amazon Pay, no need to use that. No need to use that either. No need to use manual payments, and just leave this as automatic. So that's our payment provider pretty much done. Checkout. Now you want to make sure accounts are optional. One of the reasons why people abandon carts is because they have to create an account on some websites. People just do not like it. So you want to leave that as optional. Customer contact, you want to let them check out with phone number as well, just making it easy. Leave that as ticked. And if you scroll down to form options as well, require first name and last name, of course, and you want to hide the company name. Not many people will be buying through a company, so hide that. Address line number 2, leave that as optional. Shipping address, phone number, have that as optional as well. Let customers put it in there, because if you do go down later the line of using SMS marketing and stuff like that, you've then got customer phone numbers to use. So leave it as optional. Scrolling down, order processing. Now, when customer is checking out, use the shipping address as the billing address by default. Yes, you want to leave that as that. Require a confirmation step? No. So leave that unticked. Enable address auto completion? Yes, leave that ticked. After an order has already been paid for, you just want to leave that as do not automatically fulfill. After an order has been fulfilled and paid, you want to leave that as ticked. Additional scripts, nothing as of yet. Now, email marketing. There will be a section in this course on GDPR, okay? And I will touch over this in a little bit more detail as to best practice, and I've got a little something as well. But for now, just leave it as sign up option at the checkout. And again, you can just leave it as pre-selected for now, and we will go over that in a little bit in the GDPR section. Again, manage checkout, I will go over that into another section as well. Then all you want to do is just hit generate sample refund policies, and what it will do is it will pull up this. Again, same for the privacy policy and same for the terms of service. So once you're done there, click save, and we head back to the settings. Now, shipping. So when it comes to shipping here, of course, the first thing you want to do is scroll down and look at packages. Now, if you want to click on this saved package, you want to click edit. Now, sometimes this may have a number in there, it may have a weight, and what you want to do is you want to always make sure that that is set to 0. Okay, as you can see, this is at 0, because if there is a weight in there, then what it's going to do is it's going to completely throw off your shipping. Customers are going to be charged shipping when you don't want it to, and all sorts of stuff like that. So make sure that that is set at 0. Click save. And here is my shipping settings that I like to go for, okay, with the exact names, and I'll break it down really shortly. But what I'll just do is I'll just pause for 2 minutes. You might want to just, well, not 2 minutes, sorry, but you might want to just press pause on this screen when you actually come to setting up your shipping, just so you can see it all in one go. Of course, I've just done this for United Kingdom, but I will show you how to add a different zone as well. But these are the ones that I like to use with the exact same names. So as you can see, we've got a free shipping option, okay, and I like to call it exactly that, free shipping today only, which means that when they get to the checkout and they see that as an option, they think, damn, I need to check out today because it's only free shipping for today. It's a little bit of a value bomb for you. And then of course I like to have 2 shipping options, okay. One of the reasons why people do abandon carts is because of not having any options, and this is a way to create money essentially out of thin air, okay. So as you can see, I've got for the weight 002 to 04, $3, $4, sorry. But if people want to opt for 100% insured tracking method, then they just pay an extra $1, and you'll be surprised how many people actually take you up on that offer. So you're essentially creating an extra $1 out of thin air, okay. And then down here we've got a free shipping order of over $40. So if people spend up to $40, then they get free shipping. Now to add these, you just want to hit edit. And as you can see, so our price based one is the price based, as you can see, and here are the ones that we've got down here. So to add a rate, you just click add, name it whatever you want, and then obviously the ones that I've put down there, the rate, click done, and that would be it. But just to show you how to add an extra shipping zone. So I've done this for the UK. What you'd want to do this is for US. You want to do it for the rest of the world as well. You want to do it for your local where you're based essentially, and then the US if you're not in the US, and then of course the rest of the world as well. So to add the US, we just click add shipping zones. Name it the States. Add countries, United States. If I click add, And then obviously what I do then is that I have to add all my shipping based in exactly the same as the UK. Okay, I'll just put the exact same ones, copy them, and then hit save. So I haven't got any rates yet. So let me just add a rate. Test rate 0 to what's it, and I'll just put it as a free shipping rate. Done. Save. And if we go back now, we can see that we've got down United States. So this one here, United Kingdom, would be exactly the same as United States and would be exactly the same as the rest of the world. So I'll just leave that like that. This is probably better here to show you. So if you want to pause the video here to have a look at these and copy them over, then feel free and go ahead. So going back to shipping, going back to settings. Now taxes, again, I'm not an accountant, so I can't advise on any sort of taxes and wherever you are in the country. So I can't advise, unfortunately, on any sort of taxes. I just know that if you are in the UK, you can charge VAT, but you won't be paying VAT when you come to registering a business. You won't be paying VAT to the VAT man because you're shipping directly from China. But that's only if you're shipping directly from China. But like I mentioned, I am not a tax advisor. Please do go and get tax advice if you get to the point where you want to start adding taxes and stuff like that. Notifications. I will touch on this on another video and actually setting them up, but for now you don't need to do anything. These are just the confirmation emails that people will get, but when it comes to adding little boosters and stuff like that and taking your store to the next level in this course, there will be a few things on editing these. But just to mention one thing is your order notification. So every time you get an order, you're going to be sent an email to the email whichever you have hooked up. So if you want to disable that and you don't want to get your order notifications, then feel free to disable that, or add a different email address so that they go into a different email address and your email doesn't get clogged up. Or again, alternatively, what you can do is in your Gmail, just set a filter for when Shopify does email you, it opens it and discards it or filters it or whatever it may be. So that is it for notifications. No need to put anything there. Files, this is just where you'd upload images. Again, nothing to do there. Sales channels, nothing to do there. Account. This is just your account, and when it comes to adding VA members and stuff like that and growing your team, this is where you'd actually add a staff account. And at the top here, the account overview, it will usually have, we still need to select a plan, which I'll show you in another video, but at the moment we're still just on our trial basis. But that is where you'd add extra VA members and give those access. So that is it for this. Again, billing, no need to touch anything in the billing right as of now. So that is it for the settings, and that is it for this video. So I hope you've enjoyed it, and on to the next one.